everyone, welcome to the Environment This Week series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's video we will be covering topics which are important from General Studies paper 3, that is Environment and Ecology. So basically what we have done is we have taken subject or topics from the current affairs and then we will be talking about the static portion of it. So let's begin, and the four most important topics that we have or we will be discussing today are Ranthambore Tiger Sanctuary Village Rehabilitation, Woolly Necked Storks or Sada Flat of Konkan. So these are the topics, and Drishti IAS Mukherjee Nagar classes has now been shifted to Noida, and the admissions are open in offline batches for IAS GS Foundation course covering both prelims and mains. So admissions are open in English medium and the Hindi medium batches have also started. If you have any query, give us a call at 87501 87501. Now let's begin. First topic is the Ranthambore Tiger Sanctuary. So the Ranthambore Tiger Sanctuary is located in the eastern part of Rajasthan in the districts of Karauli and Savai Madhopur. So if you will look at the map of Rajasthan, this is the map of Rajasthan, and this on the eastern side is the Savai Madhopur, and this is the location of the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve. And it is situated at the confluence of the Aravalli and the Vindhyan mountain range. Then it includes not only the Ranthambore Tiger Park but also the Savai Mansingh and Kaila Devi sanctuaries. So Tiger Reserve plus sanctuaries. Then it is an excellent example of the effort of Project Tiger for conservation in the country, because the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve also spots a lot of tiger in it. Then the Ranthambore Fort is believed to be over 1000 years old, so a very heritage and cultural site also. Strategically located on a 700-foot high hill within the park, it is believed to have been constructed in 944 AD by a Chauhan ruler. So little bit about the history of it. Now few of the features. The reserve includes highly fragmented forest areas, riverines, rivers, streams and agricultural land. It is connected to the Kuno Palpur landscape of Madhya Pradesh through parts of the Kaila Devi Wildlife Sanctuary habitats with the Chambal rivers and the forest areas of Shiopur, because of its strategic location, because it is situated almost on the border area. The tributaries of the Chambal river provides an easy route for tigers to move towards the Kuno National Park. Now it becomes important to remember the name of the river also, that is the Chambal river. Then flora and fauna. So the vegetation includes grasslands on plateaus and dense forest along seasonal rivers. The tree is also called the flame of the forest. So it is also called the flame of the forest and is one of the many flowering plants that bring color during the dry summers. And the park is rich in wildlife with tigers at the top of the food chain among mammals, and tigers are also one of the major tourist attraction also in the tiger reserve. Then the other animals which are found here are leopards, hyenas, langurs, macaw, jackal, and then wild cats, black bugs and many others. Now the second topic is the Tiger Sanctuary Village Rehabilitation. Now there is a need for village relocation from Tiger Reserve. So relocation of the village from the Tiger Reserve. So the objective of the relocation is that villagers are relocated under the primary objective of creating undisputed areas for tiger conservation so that tigers do not face any problem with regard to the habitat. Tigers require large human-free areas to breed and maintain their population, and in India the population of tigers as of now is the highest. Then historical context. Relocation has been occurring since the British era. It is not that it is happening for the first time. Initially for timber production and in independent India, particularly for tiger conservation. Then need for conservation. According to the NTCA, an undisputed area of around 800 to 1200 square kilometers is required for breeding female tigers, and breeding is one of the main aspects of increasing the population of the tigers also. So this becomes an important point. Now, legal framework and process of relocation. Relevant laws which comes into the pictures are the Forest Rights Act, which was passed in the year 2006, and the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. They govern the relocation process. Important that you need to know that which are the two acts which govern the relocation process: Forest Rights Act and the Wildlife Protection Act. And relocation should be voluntary and based on mutual consent. It is not that only one party agrees to it. Then compensation and rehabilitation. Families willing to relocate are compensated with 15 lakh rupees per family, along with provisions for agricultural land, residential land, house construction, and essential services such as water, electricity, and sanitation. Because if any of the person or the family is moving from the place where they were residing, they need all the required things to relocate. Guidelines for relocation. In 2008, the NTCA issued voluntary village relocation guidelines, which include the relocation process, recognition of the rights under the Forest Rights Act. Now, the problems and the complaints related to the relocation process are: first is the harassment and the pressure which the villagers say is coming from the authorities. Second is the pending claims and deprivation. Many of the times it is promised that the compensation will be provided to the villagers, but at end point of time, and it takes years, that the compensation is not provided. Then unsatisfactory relocation condition. So the places where they are being relocated must be good and must have all the required facilities which are promised to them, but many a times it lacks. Number of villages in Tiger Reserve. According to the NTCA, 848 villages and 89,808 families live in the core areas of 53 tiger reserves, and if these families are relocated, proper arrangement needs to be made. Third topic is the woolly necked storks. So these can also be called as cranes, or in Hindi you call them saras. Now, woolly necked storks in Nimeli. It is in Tamil Nadu. Now, the location and significance: on January 5, 2025, 6 woolly necked storks were spotted near the Great Salt Lake in Nimeli, located near the old Mahabalipuram road. And this location is considered outside the usual range of this species. Now, rare sightings. While there have been more rare and unusual sightings of the woolly necked storks in the outskirts of Chennai, but their presence is particularly significant as it is not a typical habitat for the species. So, how did they reach there? Then the habitat preference: in Tamil Nadu, woolly necked storks are mostly found in the southern regions, particularly around the agricultural lands. Then, what are the physical characteristics? First of all, about the distinctive appearance. Woolly necked storks are recognized by their necks, which are covered in a wool-like structure. So, look at this image. This neck is their significant feature because it has wool-like structure. They have black spots on their heads. Then the scientific name of this bird is Ciconia episcopus. So this, let me tell you the spelling also: Ciconia episcopus, because many a times from place to place and region to region the pronunciation differs. Where the word episcopus in Latin means bishop or authority. Then the name is believed to be related to the spots on its head. So the head has a black spot. Then comes the next topic, and that is the Sada of Konkan, and the Sada is also known as the flat area of the Konkan. So when we say the Konkan region, so it means that the coastal regions of the Maharashtra and Goa, and also little bit area of the northern Karnataka. Then what are the characteristics and biodiversity of the Sada flat area? Flat area, that is the geographical features. Sada, which is a large flat area in the Konkan region, which is formed by centuries of erosion. So from centuries the soil erosion is taking place, and that is why the area has become flat. These are located between the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghats. So if this is Arabian Sea, this is Western Ghats, in between it is located. The landscape here transitions from steep mountain ranges to flat hills. Monsoon changes after remaining barren for most of the time. Sada transforms during the monsoon because it gets enough water, so the fertility increases Characteristics and biodiversity of SADA. Biodiversity. A biodiversity survey conducted in Ratnagiri found 459 plant species, 31 reptile species, 13 amphibian, 169 bird species, 41 mammal species. Among these, 105 plant species are found specifically in the Konkan region. So it basically says that the biodiversity is rich. Then ecosystem services. Despite being surrounded by rocky land and saline streams, the unique geological structure of SADA provides a fresh water supply throughout the year, available through wells, springs and continuously flowing streams. So these were about the 4 topics, and now coming to the practice questions related to these 4 topics, and you people will have to give me the answer in the comment section. You can say question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and the answers related to these 4. First, on the confluence of which mountain ranges is the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve located? Himalayas and Vindhya, Sahyadri and Aravalli, Sahyadri and Himalayas, or Aravalli and Vindhya? Coming to question number 2, which act governs the process of village relocation from Tiger Reserve? Forest Rights Act, Wildlife Protection Act, both A and B, or Forest Conservation Act? Coming to question number 3, which region is the woolly necked stork more associated with? Southern part of Tamil Nadu, Western Maharashtra, Northern India, or Karnataka? Now coming to the last question, that is question number 4. What is a distinctive geographical feature of the Konkan region? Rocky mountains, desert, flat sloping hill known as SADA, and river valleys. So these are the 4 questions. Give me the answer in the comment section because we have discussed all 4 in the video. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time. Keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.